Update. My girlfriend tried to push me off a cliff as a joke. Original thread. I've been thinking a lot and I decided that I'm ending my relationship with her. This isn't easy for me. It's hard because I've been with her for almost 2 years, but it's even harder because now I feel a ton of guilt myself as I remembered things that I ignored, and how I was only worried about her after I became the victim. I mentioned that point in the other thread, but I feel even worse about it now. I know I was stubborn in the last thread, but I listened to everyone's advice very carefully. You all helped so much. When people brought up the sadism aspect, it sort of clicked. I don't know if it was stupidity or selfishness, but I didn't think of her that way until this week. I just ignored everything she did. I thought about some memories using this new perspective. I remember early this year her dad got her a job at the front desk at this apartment complex. It's hard to explain this place because it was sort of a luxury place and most apartments aren't like this, but I was there once or twice to pick her up and I remember what the building looked like. There were a lot of older people living there and right near the entrance of the building there was an elevator which only went up. Then there was the main elevator which was kind of far down a long hallway. She had to call that first elevator down after the person was approved to go into the building. One time me and her were smoking and just chilling talking about stuff. She was laughing to me about how she would sometimes disable the up elevator and pretend it was out of order, and then she'd watch these older, handicapped people walk down this long hallway to get to the main elevator. She got fired pretty quickly anyway because she activated the fire alarm when there was no fire. When they asked her what happened she pretended that the computer was glitching and she couldn't stop it, but they believed she did it on purpose so they fired her. I'm sure some people could have been injured during the chaos. I guess the alarm must have disabled the elevators so everyone had to grab their stuff and run down the stairs as quickly as possible. I can imagine all these elderly people going down so many flights of stairs. I don't think anyone was injured but they did fire her and maybe they're still investigating. I don't know if it could help, but I'm gonna call that place and tell them what she told me and how she admitted to pulling the alarm on purpose. That will help my conscience out a lot. Like I said, I feel terrible about ignoring this stuff. You might think I'm an idiot or a terrible person myself. I don't know what to say but when I really thought about this stuff, I decided I couldn't be with her. I know people will criticize me and that's fine. This is an update but also a confession TBH because I have to get that off my chest. And there's a bunch of other stories too that she told me or that I saw myself. I enjoyed her craziness TBH even though I was always on edge but I thought of it as her being fun and spontaneous instead of sadistic. I guess I'm pretty weird myself. I responded to her texts this morning because she was starting to get angry and was sending a lot more texts. I told her I was really sick and thought she shouldn't be near me, but that we might be able to hang out again in a week or two. I said I wasn't mad at her anymore and I just didn't respond because I was sick. I just told her that to get her off my back and to give myself time to prepare for the breakup because I don't know how she's gonna react and I want to be safe. For example, she has keys to my house and I'm living with other people including kids so I want to change the locks and make sure we're not tied together in any other ways before I do an official breakup. Do you think that's a smart idea? I could use any advice on the best way to do a breakup in this situation because I'm kind of worried. Once again, thanks so much for all your advice last time and have a good day. I think that this girl is actually crazy and you should do what you can to protect yourself. She sounds like a narcissist or sociopath. This girl tried to kill you and you're asking if you need to change the locks? Come on, dude. If you're afraid she'll come to your house, a protection order is needed. Well, I'm a little nervous but part of me is happy that I'm doing this. I feel bad about all this stuff, not just the stuff that she did to me but also the stuff I mentioned in the comments of the other thread. But I guess I can only do better in the future. I think I'm gonna be fine actually. Locks should have already been changed. Please do so now. The way you describe this girl people might actually get hurt. Get a restraining order ASAP. Get some security cams and floodlights for the perimeter. It's smart that you're already changing locks and whatnot. You also need to avoid her, perhaps try and make sure you're not alone with her in a room. For example, she has keys to my house and I'm living with other people including kids, so I want to change the locks and make sure we're not tied together in any other ways before I do an official breakup. Do you think that's a smart idea? Yes. Change the locks immediately. You still want to hang out. What the fuck, dude? The next push is gonna cost you. I guarantee it. Protecting yourself is a good idea, but you need to break up with her ASAP. Don't wait a week or two. Maybe there is a valuable takeaway here. How a person treats others tells you who they are, regardless of how well they are treating you. Just know that your tires are probably gonna get slashed. Yep, locks. Tell anyone who knew you were dating that you'd prefer her not to hear about your life. Get her stuff out of your house. Could you get a restraining order against her? I understand you love her, but at the same time, would it be possible for you to also get some security cameras where you're living? In case she tries to break in or vandalize, you'll have incontrovertible evidence for a restraining order. I'm so proud of you, Op. I know it cannot be easy to end this relationship, but you are making the right decision here. Good call, man. Think of it this way. Society already has a problem with double standards between men and women. Prime example. A girl slaps a guy in public, he must have deserved it. A guy slaps a girl in public, he's abusive and a horrible person. I hope he chokes on shit and dies. If nobody steps up to kick his ass, that is. So, imagine her pushing you off a cliff, and the reaction it would get. Whoopsie. Just an accident. Sucks to be him. Now, what was the name to put on the life insurance check again? Just dump her in front of people, so if she tried anything like pushing you off a cliff then it won't happen. Get a friend to go with you and explain it to the friend. Please break up with her in a public place and think about a restraining order. Be safe and don't be surprised if she eventually threatens self-harm to force you to come back to her. Do not fold to that. Stay away. Stay safe. Keep in contact frequently with people in your life so they know where you are and would know if you went missing right away. She is a sociopath. Buy time. Get CCTV cameras and place the so your cars and your home is on it. Change the damn locks, then talk to the police. Tell them that you are scared and explain everything to them. This is important. Then you can break up with her. You need to prepare yourself and your environment. She is dangerous. Never be slow with her. Record everything. Get pepper spray and watch out for yourself. Warn your friends and family as well. You fucked up big time, but you need to take responsibility and secure the safety of everybody. I'm calling bullshit on both posts. This girl is absolutely sounding like a straight sociopath, yo. Get out while you can, because the next update we could get would be without you here, dog. Change the locks. Also change any of your passwords that you might have on any accounts that she might know. Changing locks is a fantastic idea. Investing in CCTVs might be too. Hashtag CUTALLCONOT the asshole CT off with this chick. Dude, I first read your original post and then this. And I am in shock, especially with that cliff episode. Shoot, you could have lost your life. What the fuck is wrong with this girl? It's good to have some craziness in your partner, but this is too much. Break up with her and yes, change the locks to your apartment. And yeah, keep a low profile for a few months after you break up. Trash of a person. Yo, watch your back after the breakup, man. That's typical sociopathic behavior. Not saying it like a diss, you should go read about sociopaths. Sociopath Next Door is a good start. Not something you can help easily, if at all, so don't feel bad about abandoning her. Dunno what the right thing to do with the breakup, but definitely keep yourself safe. She's endangered your life, and breaking up with a sociopath is statistically the most dangerous part of the relationship with them. I wouldn't see her in person, even though that's a crap thing to do normally. Please stay safe. Enough of that pussyfootery. Ditch her now. It sounds like she has APD and yes, also sadism. Protect yourself from retaliation in all the ways you can and more. Warn your housemates and family. Change the locks, now. Tell the people you're living with what's going on and what you're planning to do. Make sure they all know not to let her in. Break up either over the phone or through text. She may try to physically attack you if you do it in person. Make sure she knows it's over, and I suggest letting your friend's family know, at least a mild version of the story so she doesn't spread lies about you. I'm so sorry this is all happening to you and I wish you all the best as you move forward. I know it's difficult, but making this step towards happiness and safety is going to take such a weight off your shoulders, and it's definitely a change for the better. This is not fun or being spontaneous. There are so many ways to be that at no one else's expense. Glad you finally saw the light, Grimace. Remind me 1 week. Change locks immediately and tell your housemates what is going on. Report her to the apartment complex. Block her on everything. Get a ring system. File a police report on past abuse. This will be very helpful if she continues to harass you and you need to file an order of protection. Write everything down. Documentation is everything. Under no circumstance should you meet up with her again. Give us a 3-month update. No one should blame you for wanting to try seeing the positives in your partner. Just be thankful you were able to come to the realization before it was far too late. I'm interested in hearing the other stories that she told you about. It's difficult and can take a long time to realize someone is mentally unstable. It took me 7 years to realize my boyfriend, who I'd known 14 years, was a true sociopath. He ghosted me last year because my cat died unexpectedly and I was too grief-stricken to give him sympathy for AP foot surgery he had. It's taken me until now to come up with a letter telling him all the horrible things he did to me and mail his stuff back to him. You will find someone who suits you and truly cares about you. Change the locks, but I wouldn't meet with her if I were you. She's mentally unwell and she could do something dangerous. Remember, your safety is more important. Run. This bitch sees you as entertainment and not a human. Change every password you have. Change all your routines. Give your employer a heads up. Put privacy settings on all your social media, or better yet, after you block and unfriend her, disable your accounts for a bit. Let your friends and family know you are broken up. You don't have to give details, just that you are going no CONOT the asshole CT. Change your phone password, your ATM PIN password. Watch your mailbox. Do not park in the same place. See if you can get a friend to meet you so you're not alone places. This person will try to harm you. AGHSJDJF dude, please don't feel guilty. You are absolutely 1000% not responsible for her or whatever the hell she has done or what has gone happened to her. You need to put yourself first. You need to do what keeps you alive and well, physically and mentally. It takes a lot of courage and strength to get out of a relationship like that, but please, for the love of God, do it. Gather all the evidence you can get, messages, photos, voice memos, anything. Go talk with her old job and tell them what she did there and get them to also report that to the police or something. Get a restraining order. You can do that before you break up with her. Please don't think you can just somehow fix her or her behavior. Please don't stay. You can do it. Changing the locks is definitely a good idea. When you do break up with her, do not be alone with her. Either do it over the phone or have at least one other person with you in case she flips shit. Actually, you should never be alone with her again at any time for any reason. She could kill you and not even feel bad about it afterward. Try to not be alone for a few weeks after breaking up with her. If you can, going to stay somewhere else entirely would be even better. If you have a car, keep it in the garage. Basically, for at least a few weeks, live like you have a psychotic maniac trying to kill you, because that's likely what will happen. You don't need to break up with her. You don't need to have any further contact with her at all. It may sound cruel, but I doubt you will get through to her in a breakup, and if you believe she could be a danger to you, best practice might just be to block her and move on. Definitely change the locks and get some security cameras. This girl is freaking insane. I know we use that term a lot, but seriously, this is some sadistic sociopath shit to knowingly cause pain to others and enjoy it. I hope you'll be okay, op. I am extremely surprised you haven't gone to the cops about her trying to push you off a cliff. Odds are you aren't the first or the last, so it would be in your benefit to get paper trail and a restraining order ASAP. She sounds like she's a psychopath. I'm not exaggerating there. I mean literally, it sounds like she's mentally psychopathic. Her lack of empathy, spontaneous actions for amusement and complete inability to foresee danger or consequence kind of points towards being an actual psychopath. Like, I realize you aren't and should not have to be in any way responsible for her anymore, but she needs to see a therapist. She sounds bipolar and might need to be medicated. Sending you my love. Break up via text. Tell the police you're concerned for your safety due to recent events that could have put you in the hospital or a coffin caused by her. Change your locks. Tell the building management about the situation, fully if you're close. Leave out parts that make them wary of you even living there anymore, and if you feel it'd be feasible if, God forbid, she did do something fatal to you, tell everyone what's been going on and how you feel about it. Don't ever go near her again. Get a restraining order if necessary. Definitely change the locks and tie up loose ends. Smart idea. With the addition information stories about her you have related, she is mentally ill. She is a psychopath. You need to form a plan to protect yourself when you break up with her. She will want to seek revenge, because she is a psychopath. Staying with her is not an option. Good for you for wanting to inform the authorities about her pulling the fire alarm. It is only a matter of time before she seriously injures or kills someone. It is not if she does, it is when it will happen. Protect yourself.